were definitely, especially with Chino here, you know, knowing him personally, but you having a great influence on people like me, myself, and you know, this gentleman here. Every time we talk about, you know, the history of scratching or play a record, we definitely mention you, you know, on the show. You can check the archives as someone who was the first to really use the turntable as an instrument, and like the, I don't know, the catalyst for the whole turntablist movement. You know what I mean? Letting people really see and know what it was you. Yeah. And like how I found out early on, you know, in different ways. One way, I don't know if you remember this, but it was a Spin article where they went to your room.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that? Yeah. That was like 85 or something like that. I mean,
early 80s.
Early 80s.
With the posters and stuff.
Exactly. And I was like, yo, wow, look at his room. All right, I gotta hook my room up. You know what I'm saying?
With the records on the wall.
That was your actual room on the cover of.
On the cover of the.
Yeah, see, we collected a lot of records.
A lot of them.
And we, you know, part of the whole mechanism to keeping us focused on finding beats is to look at what you got, you know what I'm saying, and then keep it moving. You know? And, you know, there was only a few of us who were like the original guys who would seriously dig. You know.
Well, you know, back then, you didn't really, even before a lot of 12 inches came out, you never really had, saw what your favorite artists look like. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to actually see you, you know, in a magazine and that sort of thing, before when it was only 12 inches that I had seen, it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Check, you know, here's the dude that's making it happen. And it's just funny how, you know, maybe a couple of years later, your name was ringing bells like world renowned, you know, because of the Rocket record, etc. And I was so excited to see you on Saturday Night Live. I remember that too, you know what I'm saying? That was like really scratching on Saturday Night Live.
I never actually saw that.
Wow. You gotta go back in the archives.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it because I never actually saw the actual show.
It was the real monumental movement in hip-hop history because it was the first time scratching was on TV. That was it. So, you know,
I didn't know that either.
You could put that on there too. You know, on the resume.
Besides all the musical influence that you put out there, I gotta say, like me personally, like when I met you when you moved out to LA, like late 80s, early 90s, I don't remember when that was. But I was fortunate enough to connect with you, and you schooled me, man. Like, you know, like I was a hip-hop kid. Grew up with the music, thought I knew everything about hip hop, but you gave me that knowledge, you know what I mean? Like I came over to visit you and you sat me down, played some tapes for me about the secret society and you know the deeper aspects of life that we learn about. You know what I mean?
Brain grenades, we call them brain grenades.
Yeah. So for me, besides the musical influence, like I always carry that knowledge with me, still to this day, like.
He's being very funny right now.
You know what I mean? Like I could say DXT.
TC ain't going nowhere.
And TC also, man. Like I met TC not too long after that, and TC also schooled me.
He's trying to insinuate that this is a touchy subject. That's what he's doing.
Right. No, that's all I gotta say before we get back into it.
That's not a problem.
By the way, McCain and Obama is debating as we speak.
Definitely. For those who are not, well, you should be listening or podcasting this show. Definitely checking out the debate, but I know you're here with members of the group, Infinity Rappers or Infinity Force.
Yeah. Infinity 4.
Let's play a couple of his records, man, so that way people know what Shaheen sound like. You know what I mean? Kimba's in the house, original female.
Well, actually, before we do that, I just want to express that also there was a genre of MCs before rap records.
Yeah.
Before we became rappers, we were MCs. Kimber is one of the first female MCs. One of the first, not saying the first, one of the first female MCs in this particular genre. So,
drama is right, but go ahead.
Yeah, drama and genre.
Drama
drama and genre. So I just want to express that before you actually play the record. because even though she was a part of the rapper end of the thing,
Right.
she was before she was the
I was
cult.
part of phase one.
She was
which
the
is
phase one.
original.
You know, and when
Enterprise.
my first group, I went through several before I actually came to the final Infinity Four, when it was, you know, became that was it, that was the four. I had Baby T,
Baby Chi, Baby Ace.
Baby Ace, Half Pint, Al B, Georgie G.
Georgie G.
I mean, I went through, even Raheem from the Furious Five was with me before he went with the Funky Four. And it was, matter of fact, it was Shaheem who brought him to Breakout.
Baron.
To Baron.
Actually, I lived on the block, and me and Baron lived right next door to each other. And me and Baron's little brother used to always make tapes. So Baron was like, yo, Shaw is ridiculous on the mic. I want him down with the group. But I was already with Infinity. We already had started our thing. So I said, I have my little brother, because I call Raheem my little brother, who's just as dope as me. And, you know, he would be good for your group and whatever. So he went to a place called Boston Secor in the Bronx, right around the corner from where Bam Bada used to live, in Mark Terrace. And he went there and he ripped it, and that was Funky Four, with Shaw Rock, KK, Keith Keith, and Raheem.
Funky Four, not Funky Four plus one more. Funky Four.
And now that we're on the history, hip hop history channel, I would like to just add to that you know, we were making 8-track tapes around that time. I forgot what year that was, but we were recording to 8-track tapes.
DXT has an 8-track tape.
And in Boston Seco, and this is just history that people are talking. There was a crew already called the Rock Steady Crew. No one talks about that because the documentation of the culture has been distorted and fragmented, and so no one, and everyone seems to, and I'm not taking anything from the Rock Steady Crew, the Crazy Legs and JoJo and them, but everyone seems to want to hold on to their one piece of history, not understanding that by omitting the facts,
Right.
you're omitting yourself, and you're not putting yourself in the proper perspective of what the history actually is. And so that's my new mission, is to revise hip-hop history. So I'm on a revisionist hip-hop history mission.
Do you have Bronx?
Because there's a lot of people.
Oh, yes, I
Yeah,
do.
well, why don't you play that? Because Bronx
Yes.
Bronx is the
Let's
home of hip hop. It's one of the most, like, people don't even know how
What song
hot
is that?
Actually, I was gonna ask a question about that song.
Bronx
I might
is the
ask
home
it
of
after.
hip-hop.
But there's a rhyme on there that says
Well,
just
that's
think
Shaheem.
1975.
That's
So
Shaheem.
That's Shaheem.
That's Shaheem.
Well, actually,
But yo, like,
No. Shaheem wrote that verse.
Right,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, Shaheem.
Shaheem is one of the most prolific writers in the hip-hop culture,
Yes, he is.
and massively underrated.
Yes, he is. So if anyone needs a producer or a lyricist, you can hit me up on MySpace. Kim be one of the first female MCs in hip hop. If you need Shaheem or D, send me a message and I'll get back to you.
but you listeners out there, you gotta pay attention to the lyrics to this song. Because
Yeah, this is
Shaheem
hot.
basically predicted, or maybe it was going on already, about the state of hip hop at that time. But now you listen to it today and it still applies. You
Of
know what I
course.
mean? So pay attention to the lyrics. We're gonna come back and talk to Shaheem.
All right, now.
The feeling of the record.
King
The
Fish
feeling of the
Shaheem.
record. The way the record makes you feel. It puts you in the Bronx.
If I'm correct, that one also features the Flyers Booski and the
Booski,
Godfather
yes,
JC Rock.
KC
All
Rock.
right, let's
Yeah.
hear that. Let's hear that. That's
Let's
hot.
do it. Let's do
All right,
it.
baby, this is the block capital
That's the
P,
national
OG,
anthem for hip hop.
OG
This is the
Chino.
national anthem.
We're here with GrandMixer DXT, Shaheem Kimber, one of the first female MCs, OG
TC
Chino,
Islam, Zulu
TC
Nation.
Islam.
TC
my
Islam.
man Big Disasters in the
God,
house. We're
baby,
gonna get
fuck.
back into the music real quick. We'll be back. The block, baby.
All right, let's hear that. That's the bomb. That's the anthem for Bronx.
That's it, yo. That's what did it for me.